Hello, hello, hello. I'm supposed to be looking at the camera. Hello, hello. This is the history of the Enneagram in 5 minutes.
You heard me.
The history of the Enneagram. Enneagram. What is the Enneagram? A medical examination? A dessert? Or is it a telegram from Enya? So in this video, I'm going to spill the deets on which of these 3 things the Enneagram is, so that your Enneagram IQ will be through the roof and you can impress your friends with your Enneagram expertise. And Enya. Okay, so I know I joke a lot on here, but through a ton of research, I found out that the Enneagram was invented around the late 1600s by Kanye West during the Civil War. Sorry. I can't stop telling jokes.
Okay, for real.
So some basic factoroonies to lay down. In Greek, Ennea means 9 and gram means point, thereby making the Enneagram of 9 points. So the Enneagram is a model of the human psyche, which is primarily understood and taught as a typology of 9 interconnected personality types.
History of the Enneagram. Once upon a time.
There was a man named George Gurdjieff, whose initials are GG, not just for George Gurdjieff, but also for Garden Gnome, and he was a mystic. Mysticism refers to a broad range of beliefs and ideologies related to extraordinary experiences and states of mind.
Kind of broad.
So it is said that Gurdjieff's teachings were influenced by Sufis, which are not in fact cult followers of the indie artist Sufjan Stevens, but are actually followers of a belief system called Sufism, which is basically mysticism plus Islam. So this perpetually alarmed garden gnome taught that the Enneagram, this model of 9 points, could actually explain everything. Everything in the world that you can think of can somehow be explained or interpreted by the Enneagram. At the time, it was actually taught as a shape called the Enneagon, but that term is now Enneagon. So he taught that it could explain literally everything in the entire world. Why is it so hard to make ourselves go to bed, and then also hard to get out of bed in the morning?
Enneagram.
Pimento cheese?
Enneagram.
Why are BuzzFeed quizzes so addicting? Just take a look at the Enneagram. It's in there somewhere. So he taught that this model should be imagined as if it's in perpetual motion. So he actually used to draw the shape on the floor, and he would have students dance on it to illustrate this point. So the Enneagram was started by a dancing garden gnome.
Seems legit.
So he taught his students that the knowledge of the Enneagram had been passed down in secret over thousands of years in circles devoted to esoteric wisdom. But he apparently was really vague about it and never stated which group specifically. This has been passed down through generations for thousands of years. Thousands and thousands. Yeah, excuse me? What generations? Not important! I'm sure he had a hat just like this. My hair's all messed up. Life over. Then fast forward about 100 years, and you have Oscar Ichazo, who straight up looks like your awkward Uncle Earl in every picture that he takes. He's still alive, by the way, so Oscar, if you're watching this, please don't take that personally. Ichazo was born in Bolivia and raised there and in Peru, where I once lived. We are basically best friends, and that is how I'm professionally licensed by YouTube.com to teach about the Enneagram. So Ichazo applied various systems to the Enneagram, centered it on human psyche, came up with ideas like fixations and ego types, but he primarily used it to teach self-development. So in 1956, he started his own school of spiritual and psychological teaching called Eureka. And one of his students was named Claudio Naranjo, a Chilean psychiatrist. Here he is on his first day of school. Doesn't he just look like the most wholesome grandpa you've ever met? So Naranjo is the one who came up with the 9 distinct personality types we know today. He said he did this through observation as well as automatic writing, which is different from ceromatic writing. I'm sorry, I just can't stop making jokes. I'm sorry. So automatic writing is a claimed psychic ability to be able to produce words on paper without consciously writing. The source is apparently subconscious or supernatural.
So, information.
Gurdjieff was like, the Enneagram is everything! Let's dance! I'm out of breath from dancing. And then Ichazo was like, psyche knowledge! Go to my school! And then Naranjo was like, specifically 9 types though. And now we have the Enneagram that we learn about today in the 21st century. So, opinion. I think the Enneagram's kind of like a recipe for brownies, where Gurdjieff was the first one who realized you put these basic ingredients together and you get brownies. And they're indisputably a delicious, edible treat. And Gurdjieff thought they were so amazing that they were the answer to everything. But then Ichazo said, hey, brownies work best when you eat them for dessert. And that is the purpose they serve. And Naranjo was like,
Add chocolate chips!
if you had the choice between brownies with chocolate chips and brownies without chocolate chips, why would you ever choose the ones without chocolate chips?
I don't get it!
I've got to say, it is interesting that people from all different countries can recognize these 9 styles in their native cultures. Africa, Japan, Korea, India, Europe, North and South America, Russia, etc.
You know what countries are.
So the Enneagram has a history of being used for scientific purposes, for spiritual enlightenment, improving workplace dynamics, and of course, general self-development. So on this channel, I will always be discussing it as a method for the ladder. The ladder to your best life! Woohoo! No, but I did mean ladder as in self-development. I want to make it clear that even though many of the Enneagram insights came from spiritual teachers, I do not worship the Enneagram. And if God spoke to me and said, Sarah Eden, the Enneagram is a scam. But God, my YouTube channel. Just kidding. Just want to make sure it's clear that I'll be teaching about the Enneagram on here in the context of being a better human. Remember to drop a comment below. Which of the 3 thought leaders did you think was the cutest? Naranjo for sure. Remember to like and subscribe because we're all going to die one day, so why wouldn't you? Subscribe!
I love the Enneagram. Yeah, I love the Enneagram.
I don't like it. You were right. I am sensitive about that stuff, but yeah, I don't love the whole thing. Maybe you could word it differently. I don't know. It's your channel, but yeah, it's a little bit. I'd be like, Sarah.
Yeah, I look great. In this lighting, I'm using my actual light. Also, this is recording. Look, it's gonna be on the recording. You wanna say hi? Oh wait, it's a Marco Polo. That's not how it works. Anyway, this is recording. Well, maybe I'll put it in the video. Who knows?